crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir. Roadrunner.com with your morning horn disease, your sip of chaga coffee and vitamin D and vitamin C and all of it. Take it. Protect yourself. Don't count on your government to protect you. Speaking of insane worlds, I'm going to talk a little bit about XRP, which means my chat room will blow up with XRP trolls. That's why I really hate XRP. One of the reasons is they hired a bunch of trolls to run around to every website and troll XRP. They had to. There was nothing behind XRP. XRP was not a banker coin. It was started by three guys who were in the banking business who saw an opportunity to make a hell of a lot of money. Not to save the banking system. There's no way any of the big banks, any of the large institutions that run the banks, any of the people at SWIFT, the people at the U.S. Treasury, any of the people at the Federal Reserve System or the BIS would, in any way, shape, or form, endorse XRP. First of all, they could do it themselves in a blink of an eye if they wanted to. It is not rocket science what these guys invented. I don't know why it got so popular, other than the deep state was really pumping it. As you can tell from the latest announcement that the SEC is suing them, yes, of course the SEC is beyond corrupt. But ask yourself this, what happened right before the SEC laid down this case? Which they had all along. They could have nailed them for the last 7 years. But what happened right before is we had a huge pump in XRP so that those who bought in can get out. And they said, oh, there's going to be an airdrop. So it pumped. I hate to tell you, I called it, but I called it. Now people are saying, oh, it's just so that the big guys can get in. The big guys don't give a shit about XRP. The big guys can invent their own version of XRP in a blink of an eye. What we had was a massive fraud going on. Let's just take a look at the distribution of XRP. You know, most XRP investors have no idea what XRP is or no idea who owns all the XRP. Let's look at the distribution. XRP distribution, there's 100 billion XRP that were created out of thin air, right? 20 billion of them went to the founders. So 20% automatically went to these three guys. 7 billion went to Ripple Labs, which is owned by the three guys. 40 billion in public hands, that's 20, so it's basically, what is that? 13 billion. 13 billion were basically given to the public to say, hey, you can be part of the new banking system. You, the little guy's going to win this. You can be in charge of all your destiny. You can take over where the BIS and the SWIFT system didn't work out. I mean, on the face of it, the whole time I'm screaming, no, this is insane. What are you people thinking? And then this is the classic. It's a 53 billion. 53 billion went to Ripple Labs again. So the founders get 20 plus 7 plus 53. Why do you think the SEC went after them? Is it starting to make sense? All you people who, oh my God, Ripple's a banker coin and it's going to take the place of the SWIFT system. It's so sad. Do you think the SWIFT system could have changed if they wanted to? How do you think they manage a global financial system that is full of fraud? $5 trillion per day goes out of the JP Morgan, Florida money center. It all has to be controlled. All has to be managed. How do you think they hide the quadrillions of dollars that they're printing and not telling anybody? You really think they'll have these three guys control the world when they can shut them down like that? No, they didn't. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't listen to what I was talking about. They went for the money. And it gets back to what I've been screaming about, and I've learned this lesson over the years. There is a morality in investing. You need to invest in the right things at the right time. I don't care how much money it's going to make. Yes, Ripple can still pump again. Will Ripple take over where the where the SWIFT system, the Federal Reserve, and the U.S. Treasury and the BIS failed? Not a chance in the world. Zero possibility of that. Jamie Dimon even came out and said, we could do the Ripple system, exact same thing, even better. And we could have regulators on our side to do it. You think the BIS can't do it? It's sad to see people throw money at this piece of shit. Anyway, let's take a look. Ripple plunges after Coinbase announces it will suspend XRP trading. Major cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase will suspend trading of XRP in response to the SEC's legal action against Ripple. According to a blog post published late on Monday by Coinbase legal chief officer Paul Grewal, the exchange will fully suspend XRP trading starting on January 19th. Coinbase clarified that, quote, trading may be halted earlier as needed to maintain the exchange's market health metrics. Yes, everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew this was coming. It is so easy. Look at the distribution again. Who owns all the XRP? Do you think all the big money of the world, all the Dick Allgaier guys, the dark side, the good side, and the bad side, they're going to give three guys control of the world's monetary system? Not a chance in the world. It is a highly centralized contraption that somehow suckered in billions of dollars. So no matter what happens from here, all you people who invested in XRP, did you know that the founders, these three dudes who said, hey, let's do this, we'll get hundreds of banks. Who are those hundreds of banks? Hundreds of bullshit banks. Do you know none of them, not one of them, have used it for what it was meant for in the past 12 years? None of them. Not one. And it's the longest ongoing ICO fraud in history. EOS used to be the longest. It was a couple years. This goes on. It's been ongoing for 7-8 years. Right here. 53 billion locked up by the owners. They get $1 billion a month to Ripple Labs. Oh, thank God for Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs is going down. The three founders are going down. It was a fraud to start with. It was constructed as a fraud. If the good guys won this battle that's going on between the good guys and the bad guys, it doesn't matter who wins. XRP will not be part of the solution. Oh well, keep going. XRP still has a market cap of $9 billion, but does it really? Look at the trading volume in the last 24 hours. Look at the market cap is $9 billion. Trading volume is $9.3 billion. Now it's just a fraud run on the exchanges. Let's imagine we have a banking crisis. The banks collapse, the derivative bomb goes off, and the banks are no longer with us. Cryptocurrencies will probably do well after a big crash down and then coming up out of the ashes. What's the use case for Ripple in that situation? Not that there ever was one, truthfully. But what's the use case of Ripple? And there is no use case, obviously, because there's no banks to transfer money the way they wanted to. And then everybody's stuck holding the bag. It gets back to, I don't know why this is, and it's a spiritual thing. But there is a morality in investing. And it's going to come bite you in the ass if you don't sit there and go, okay, why do I know what these guys really do? Do I support what they're trying to do? Do we really want the unbacked fiat monetary system that has destroyed our lives to continue on the blockchain in the same way it was before? That should have given you a clue. Now, a lot of psychics are saying, Ripple, XRP, that's the call, that's the call. Why would Spirit tell people if it wasn't the call? What's more important to Spirit? An excellent lesson learned or getting everybody rich? I would say an excellent lesson learned. I think this is an excellent lesson learned for everybody who invested in XRP. 1, there's a morality in investing. 2, do your homework. And 3, you got to think this out. Look at the distribution. Who's got all these Ripple coins? 3 banksters who are laughing all the way. Now they're getting busted. No, I'm not a fan of the SEC. They should have done this a long time ago if they were going to do it. But why are they doing it now? Because the banks have never been weaker. And this might be a sign of their weakness. They don't want the people controlling the system. If the people controlled the system, they would see how much fraud was going on and the system wouldn't continue. And this is not the people, by the way. This is 3 guys who decided to fool the world that they would get the nod from the bankers, from the Federal Reserve System. Oh yeah, Federal Reserve System, give up all your control of the monetary system. Swift system, give up control of approving those $5 trillion a day that go out of JP Morgan's Florida. It's not going to happen, my friends. But thank you to Spirit for a great lesson learned, is my take on this one. I'm not saying it won't go up. I'm not saying there won't be a Hail Mary and all of a sudden, but would XRP survive a banking crash? No, of course not. Anyway, that's my take on XRP. And then the trolls will hit my chat room. That's fine. Go for it. Have a day. I have been screaming it from the hills from day one. But most people won't look at this. All they look at is price. Oh my God, it went up 50%. I'm going to get XRP. I had people from all over the world texting me, Bix, you got to get on XRP. That's the call. And I was saying, there's no scenario, not one scenario. The good guys, the bad guys, the banks survive. They're not going to give up control. The banks die. XRP's dead. The good guys win. They're not going to use XRP. The bad guys win. The banks are in charge. XRP had no scenario to win. So, who knows what happens to it? Don't care. I didn't get involved. And hopefully, all you guys on the road to Ruta didn't get involved as well. I did pull this out of for the private road members and Patreon members, the original Clif High interview, fully uncut. We did a cut version for the Las Vegas show, the Road to Ruta show, at the Litecoin Summit in September of 2019 is when this interview was done. And Clif talks about whether or not humanity will survive. This is to September 2019. Nobody knew what was coming. Clif was calling it year 0, and voila, year 0 hit. And really interesting stuff. What he talks about silver, he talks about Litecoin, he talks about the potential for survival of humanity, the potential for survival. And I joked at him, I go, what are odds? He said, it's to be determined. I think it is still to be determined whether or not humanity survives. It depends what we do. He talked a lot about being static versus dynamic. Static meaning you made your bet and you're going to stick with it. Dynamic saying check out everything that changes over time. Put yourself in the right place to succeed in a different world. Anyway, that's my take on XRP. On the Friday road trip for private road members, just go to the private road page. Go down to the first few articles. The first one's the Theta page, all the Jenny Moonstone readings. I'm talking to Jenny on Thursday. I'm very excited about that. This is future forecasts, year 0 updates. There it is, the Clif High interview. Go check it out. It's Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. Oh, wait, one more thing. I'm going to do a live chat today. It is the 29th. What is today? Is it the 29th? 29th. I will be doing a live chat at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk about anything you want. I'd be happy to take the troll comments on XRP. And a lot of my friends invest in XRP despite my warnings. And I'd be happy. And it might turn out that XRP goes crazy. But no scenario in the future shows tells me XRP is going to be successful at replacing the SWIFT system, replacing the banking system. That's my take. And there's a morality in investing. I don't know why this works, but it does. History has shown me invest in the things you are morally comfortable with. And I was not morally comfortable with this kind of allocation of funds to a couple criminal banksters. Bix Weir, roadtoro.com. I'll talk to you later.